Andres Segovia, known for his glorious sausage fingers, making people cry in his master classes, and named the father of the modern classical guitar, often described the guitar as a mini orchestra. And he wasn't wrong. We can get so many different tones and unique sounds out of this simple, beautiful instrument. And that's why this is the best instrument on the planet. We have this amazing flexibility to emulate other instruments with just one guitar. And we don't need anybody else. We don't need any other equipment, just our fingers and this block of wood with some strings. And if you're anything like me, an introvert with simple tastes, that's all we need. So today I want to showcase one of the most unique sounds that we can get out of our instrument and to teach you how to completely transform the sound of your guitar with pizzicato. I composed that piece as a study for you to practice pizzicato in a fun and musical context, so you can download the tabs and sheet music for it for free. My gift to you at beyondtheguitar.com/PIZZ, or just click the link down below. But pizzicato, or as the peasants call it, palm muting, originally referred to the technique and sound of plucking a string on a violin instead of bowing it. But we guitarists stole it and now use it to emulate that same sound. To play pizzicato, you gently rest the side of your palm on the string right up against the bridge, and generally, you'll pluck with your thumb. Play around with how close you are to the bridge to find the sweet spot, because too far from the bridge and the note will be completely muted. You want a perfect balance of this muted tone, but still being able to hear a clear pitch. Now, as you move to play different strings, you want your hand to follow along, shifting up or down to stay centralized around the string you're playing at any given moment. Since it's really unnatural for us to keep our hand completely parallel to the bridge, this bottom half of your palm gives you the best pizzicato tone because it's naturally the closest to the bridge. So any string or strings that you want to play pizzicato should be positioned within that bottom half section of your palm. And then again, you can slide your hand up or down whenever you need to move to different strings to keep them within that range. Now, we could just end the lesson here. You know how to play pizzicato, but I want to take things up a notch and give you ultimate flexibility with your pizzicato tone. So I'm going to show you 6 different ways that you can physically pluck the string with pizzicato that all slightly change the sound and tone of your pizzicato. And this is going to equip you to be able to experiment and play around with and mix and match all these different sounds in your playing as you see fit. Number 1, you can pluck with the flesh of your thumb, no nail. This is what I consider the default pizzicato sound. Number 2, still with the flesh of your thumb, but using an upward plucking motion. You'll grab the underside of the string with your thumb and pull the string away from the body as you pluck. This gives you a more aggressive pizzicato with a little pop to it. Number 3, you can pluck with your thumb nail if you have longer nails. The nail gives it a bit more bite with a harsher attack sound. You might have to bend your thumb inward slightly for the nail to reach the string from this flat pizzicato position. Number 4, you can pluck with your fingers instead. Number 5, you can pick with your finger, as if I'm holding an imaginary pick using a downward motion. I'll pick the string with the back of my index fingernail. This sounds really similar to plucking with the finger, but you can give it a little bit more punch with this downward picking motion. Finally, for number 6, we can apply more or less muting. This really isn't about how we pluck the string, but rather how much pressure we're applying to the strings with our palm. If I push in a little heavier with my palm, I get a more muted tone with less sustain. And as I lighten the pressure of my palm, I get more and more sustain with the notes ringing out longer and longer until the point that my palm is no longer touching the strings and we hear a normal non-pizzicato note. You heard me mixing in the majority of those different pizzicato variations in my pizzicato study earlier in this video, so I'd encourage you now to go back and rewatch that performance and see how many of those different examples you can catch at work. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know which of these 6 pizzicato options, these 6 different pizzicato tones, do you prefer the most? Download the tabs and sheet music for that pizzicato piece for free down below so you can practice all of this for yourself. And I'm totally not biased at all, so when I say that this is the most fun you're ever gonna have on your guitar, you can blindly believe me. And it's free, so what do you have to lose? If you're still here, you must have liked the video, so do me a favor, hit the like button. It helps a ton. And as always, here's to making the music you love and making it on your own terms. All right, we'll see you in the next one.